Hey everyone, welcome back to Folklore. Last time we reached the far end of the Netherworld core where the twin trees are, and Ellen's got a tough decision to make. So while she thinks that over, let's get on to doing some quests for this chapter. As you might suspect, every quest that wasn't available to us previously is now unlocked. Which means we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 quests to do. This is going to take a really long time to get through, and I do apologize for that. But it's either do all the quests now, or leave them until after the ending of the game. I'm not really a fan of that second option, so we're just going to do these quests one by one until they're all done. Of course, first up, the one that people in the village have been asking us to do, figuring out why Suzette did it. So yeah, like they said, we're getting the memories of about half of Suzette's life in this quest. And I have to climb up Condemnation Tower, during which I'm going to scour all the side rooms just to make sure that I don't miss anything. You can probably guess that there's nothing in any of them, and there's no difference between this and climbing the tower normally. So I figured that Selkie is actually really effective against the Kalmias, because, sort of like the Urisk, it can hit them out of the air. Those stalactites, or I guess they're stalagmites, are a bit taller than they look. You just have to get the right distance. And then realize that you're not going to see the red id from the Kalmia while it's still frozen. You have to let it unfreeze first. So I'm just going to end up killing a whole bunch of them. Amaryllis is effective if you've got the time to wait for its little ice swords to start moving. Otherwise, you're just sort of pinning yourself down. As it is, I don't really need to capture any of these folks right now, so if I kill most of them, it's not a big deal. Capture what I can, get the experience. Because of course, we've got the final boss coming up. And I certainly want to be as prepared as possible. But I figure we're probably going to speed through most of this quest, because it's absolutely nothing you haven't seen. I do rather like the effect when I'm using Selkie's stalagmites across a different level. It's kind of funny. Yeah, still nothing for clearing out that room. Ever. It's there to have Kalmias in it, and that is it, as far as I can tell. Certainly want to take out these Baethir, and interestingly enough, Bougainvillea doesn't have very difficult time hitting Ulgic or Baethir. They're nice and tall. And that's the real trick to Bougainvillea. Hit tall things. So now we have the rather infamous Boggart room. And if it doesn't seem infamous to you now, it will later. It's just full of Boggarts, and at the very least I can stand on a lower level here and hurl fireballs at them. But it's still really, really hard to hit the target. So I'll go with a different folk that needs to kill a whole bunch of stuff. And Gladiolus doesn't take very long to put all these guys down, even though its attack uses slightly more than half of my MC, and I have to wait for it to refill after every use. At least I don't think I can get 2 attacks on 1 MC meter. But Boggarts are pretty weak to destroy element. I think it's about 4 hits from Gladiolus to completely kill one of them. And since it's got a nice big sweep and hits lots of them at once, especially sped up, it's no time at all until I've killed 25 folks. And that doesn't give me any new karmas to build up. But I'm still just not hitting my mark with Bougainvillea. All it takes is like 2 hits to finish this guy off, and I can't position myself, even while he's targeted, to score a hit. It's just completely ridiculous. And I still gotta kill 6 more things. I think there was something else that I just needed to kill a whole bunch of whatever with. There we go, Agapanthus. Don't think we've seen this attack before. At least not a whole lot. But I'm using it to good effect here. It's a short-range fire attack with a nice tall pillar. Really easy to hit your target. And every time you clear this room, you get 1 dust, 1 tree nut, and 1 stone, which could be a green quartz. Very handy to know. And of course, I haven't yet discovered the pattern that there is nothing going on here beyond what was in the Hell Realm the first time I went through. No extras, no bonuses, and certainly, as far as I can tell, no Nemesigns. But I think we can take out the rest of these folks between Agapanthus and Bougainvillea and get something out of this quest. More karmas that I don't have to waste time building up later. Again, Bougainvillea at close range on tall targets, very effective. Although I guess it probably takes more hits than it seems like it should. I'm not really here to be effective with it, I'm here to build up its karma. And we've just got a couple elevator rides left to go. I've gotten pretty tired of the whole thing. And again, I really just don't use Transcension enough. Not that I accomplish a great deal with it most of the time, but it's there and it doesn't really take all that long to recharge. So again, throw Bougainvillea fireballs at the tall targets and use Agapanthus to smack the short ones. If you're determined to get the job done with a short pallet, they do work well together. Yeah, not even going into that room. I admit I could kill a whole bunch of the skeleton folks in short order with Bougainvillea particularly. But I've also got plenty of them here. And let's see what else we need to do with Agapanthus. 10 green dusts, easy enough. Bougainvillea, I'm pretty sure at this point I can just use twice on one MC meter. But I'm trying to conserve. Nothing very difficult here. I mean, this is 2 chapters ago. And I think that's all the arbitrary kills that I needed. So I just need to take out this one Bowly Dead, if I can get the camera to cooperate. That's the other nice thing about Agapanthus, it's pretty cheap. You know, for such a powerful attack, anyway. And if I missed anything along the way, I'm sure they'll just tell me to go back. I didn't, though. Probably obvious. Yeah, see, if I put up my shield as soon as I get into the room, then Durandal isn't charging me. But I think Proto is actually going to be very effective in freezing him, and then I just need to find the right earth elements to supplement my attack pattern. Yeah. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I jumped right next to the lever that takes you back down, and when I tried to use Spriggan to block, That's the button that caused me to activate the elevator. So yeah, I did have to fight the Bowley Deads twice more to get through this quest. Got a lot of use out of Yarkins on the way though, so I figured, why not? Should get the job done a bit faster. And that really didn't take very long at all. This part, on the other hand, always takes way too long. And if you're gonna try to kill Durandal rather than just capturing it, I don't think Earth Element is the way you want to go. But we'll get to that in due time. The DLC quests love Durandal. And with that done, we can finally move on to the final room in the area where there's ever any combat. I don't think I'm particularly worried about killing any of these guys, because, well, they're not hiding anything, are they? We'll just see whether Goggy is at all effective. Not really. And I'm sure it'll be great once I've got the full combo for it. But really, this is mostly just an opportunity to try out some of the Netherworld core folks. Because by the time you've captured them, there aren't a whole lot of opportunities left in the game to use them. These DLC quests provide the perfect opportunity. Actually, this one wasn't even a DLC quest. This is the one that comes with the game. So yeah, about done with these guys. I don't need to fight them, so I won't. And now our final bits of insight into Suzette's motivations. So that's the first half of the quest, and when we get around to doing Ellen's quests, we'll be finishing that one. Until then, though, Keats has a bunch more things to do in the daytime, so I'll see you for those next time.